Good to see you again on our channel. Jaclyn Smith, the iconic Charlie's Angels actress, is 78 years old, but her remarkably young appearance never ceases to astound. However, an unseen tale of perseverance lies underneath that dazzling grin. A range of emotions encompassed four weddings. A fight for survival against breast cancer and the coveted secrets of natural beauty that everyone wants to know. How can a lady who has experienced so profound sadness radiate such strength? What are the keys to Jaclyn Smith's survival and her status as a timeless icon of beauty and strength? Her narrative awaits our exploration. We go to Jaclyn Smith's youth to find out what's really going on beneath her beautiful exterior. In the midst of her first marriage to Roger Davis, a union that brought her invaluable lessons in selflessness and love. Unfaltering in her faith and love, 22-year-old Jaclyn Smith jumped headfirst into her first marriage. She was a naive young woman from Texas who had just moved to New York to attend the American Ballet School. There, Jaclyn met the handsome and gifted actor Roger Davis, who was known for his parts in hit TV shows like Alias Smith and Jones and Dark Shadows. Roger's charisma immediately won Jaclyn over. He surprised everyone by popping the question after just 2 dates, and she accepted. They tied the knot in Jaclyn's hometown of Houston on November 29, 1968. With Jaclyn's heart full of hope for a lifetime of bliss, the spectacular ceremony celebrated fresh beginnings. She thought she had found the one to spend the rest of her life with. What with her radiant eyes and kind spirit. Jaclyn was completely invested in the relationship. She hoped for a happy family life and romantic evenings with Roger. But this perfect dream was quickly dashed when faced with harsh reality. Roger was a driven man who cared profoundly about his work, but Jaclyn put love first. They eventually drifted apart due to divergent priorities and ways of living. Jaclyn saw now that she had lost herself trying to appease Roger. "I lived for him, but I was no longer myself," she disclosed to the press in 1978. Nothing, not even therapy, could help them overcome the increasing distance between them and save their marriage. In her heart, Jaclyn wished the counselors would just tell her to leave him. Instead, she kept getting the same question: "Why are you staying?" Jaclyn and Roger decided to split in 1975 after being married for 7 years, as the inner struggle within her became stronger. Surprisingly, Jaclyn didn't even tell her family after the divorce was finalized because she kept it so quiet. Jaclyn learned a valuable lesson about the significance of preserving one's identity and love from her first marriage, even though it did not produce children. Roger had been looking for someone who conformed to his ideal, a more worldly woman, after their marriage ended, and she realized that she was never intended to be that person. Jaclyn had mixed feelings about her first marriage because of how quietly it ended. A lovely, transient, childhood fantasy, and a life-changing lesson in love's autonomy. Jaclyn Smith's love story began on the set of Charlie's Angels and flourished after the dissolution of her first marriage. She crossed paths with Dennis Cole, an attractive actor known for his charismatic smile and his work on the hit crime series The Felony Squad. A passionate romance blossomed between them when they met in 1977. Dennis charmed Jaclyn with his handsome appearance and unusual displays of romantic affection. On one occasion, she let out that Dennis had penned poetry that were quite as lovely as Elizabeth Barrett Browning's, and that he displayed almost irresistible sensitive gestures. Dennis and Jaclyn were married less than a year following their initial meeting. Only 25 people were invited to their intimate November 1978 New York wedding, and they were informed of the ceremony via phone. In order to ensure everyone's privacy, the ceremony was prepared down to the last detail. Using aliases, they even reserved hotel rooms and had their reception in Central Park's Tavern on the Green. The picture of a timeless yet contemporary bride was created by Jaclyn's choice of attire, which included an exquisite dress, an antique cross, and borrowed stockings from her bridesmaid. Many were amazed by the wedding because it was so full of Jaclyn's style. "Without Dennis, my life would be incomplete," she said shortly after the wedding. In the beginning, their marriage was filled with sweetness. They became one of Hollywood's most sought-after couples, frequently gracing magazine covers and attending major events together. But behind the glitz and glamour, cracks began to form. Dennis, accustomed to being in the spotlight, started feeling overshadowed by Jaclyn's rising fame. At the time, The media often referred to him as Mr. Jaclyn Smith, a label Dennis found difficult to accept. Jaclyn herself noticed how the pressures of fame were straining their relationship. She once told the press, "I tried my best, but it wasn't enough. I understand Dennis wanted to be the head of the household, and I don't blame him for that." The underlying competition between the two actors led to irreconcilable differences. Jaclyn, a romantic at heart who dreamed of ideal love, gradually realized that love could not thrive without mutual understanding. After more than 2 years of marriage, Jaclyn and Dennis decided to divorce in 1981. It was not an easy decision for Jaclyn, who had believed she had found her true life partner. Even after their marriage ended, Jaclyn maintained a special bond with Joe Cole, Dennis' son from a previous marriage. She treated Joe like her own son, offering him genuine love and care. This relationship lasted until 1991, when Joe tragically died during a robbery. His death was a profound shock to Jaclyn, who described it as not only a personal loss, but also a harsh reminder of life's fragility. Jaclyn's second marriage ended with both joy and sorrow. If Dennis brought her days of romance and passion, the relationship also taught her deep lessons about the pressures of fame and the importance of balance in love. Jaclyn emerged from the marriage with a stronger heart, ready to face the next chapters of her life. After her tumultuous marriage to Dennis Cole, Jaclyn Smith once again sought happiness, this time with Anthony B. Richmond, a British cinematographer and director. They first met in 1980 while working together on the set of Night Kill. What began as a professional collaboration quickly evolved into a deep connection and love. A year later, Jaclyn and Tony exchanged vows in a small ceremony witnessed by only 3 close friends and their 3 dogs. This time, Jaclyn felt she had found her soulmate. This marriage brought Jaclyn great joy, especially as she became a mother to 2 children. Gaston Anthony, born in 1982, and Spencer Margaret, born in 1985. Jaclyn described this as the most wonderful time of my life, as she discovered the profound meaning of motherhood. Tony was also a devoted father who tried to spend quality time with their children despite his busy work schedule. These precious moments with her small family gave Jaclyn the hope that she had finally achieved true fulfillment. However, beneath the smiles and happiness loomed the growing shadow of addiction. Tony began to spiral into alcohol abuse and self-destructive habits, creating tensions in the family that could not be soothed. Jaclyn made numerous attempts to save the marriage, even supporting Tony through his rehabilitation efforts. Yet, despite her best efforts, the damage caused by Tony's lifestyle proved insurmountable. Differences in their approach to life and parenting gradually drove them apart. Jaclyn admitted that she felt pulled into a negative spiral she could not control. In 1989, after 8 years together, Jaclyn filed for divorce. It was far from an amicable separation. The legal battle lasted for months, centering on custody of their 2 children, Gaston and Spencer. Tony insisted on joint custody, forcing Jaclyn to fight fiercely to protect her kids. In the end, she made the difficult decision to pay $4 million for Tony to relinquish custody rights. It was a staggering amount at the time, but for Jaclyn, it was worth every penny to ensure her children could grow up in a stable and safe environment. Jaclyn later revealed that although Tony successfully overcame his addiction after their divorce, it was too late to salvage their relationship. The marriage ended with profound pain, not only for Jaclyn, but also for her family. She acknowledged that this experience taught her valuable lessons about sacrifice and resilience, particularly in her role as a mother. Despite the heartache, Jaclyn refused to let these struggles overshadow her love for her children. She poured her energy into raising Gaston and Spencer. Gaston grew up to become a talented cinematographer, following in his father's footsteps in the entertainment industry, while Spencer not only partnered with her mother in business ventures, but also inspired Jaclyn to launch a children's clothing line. After the trials of her previous 3 marriages, Jaclyn Smith found the man who would change her life forever: Brad Allen, a renowned heart surgeon. Their serendipitous connection began in 1989, when Jaclyn's father underwent heart surgery at a hospital in Chicago. Brad, who was the treating physician, impressed not only with his dedication and professionalism, but also with his warm and sincere personality. A special bond gradually developed between them, starting with brief conversations in the hospital. However, after 3 failed marriages, Jaclyn was in no rush. She and Brad dated for 7 years before deciding to marry in 1997. Their wedding took place on October 11th in Los Angeles, attended by close friends and family. Spencer, Jaclyn's then 11-year-old daughter, served as the maid of honor, while her son Gaston walked her down the aisle. The ceremony was simple but filled with love and sincerity, perfectly reflecting Jaclyn's style. A close friend described it as a wedding that broke the mold, joyful and deeply meaningful. Since that day, Brad has been more than just a husband. He has been a vital partner in Jaclyn's journey toward health and happiness. He encourages her to maintain a healthy lifestyle, reminding her of low-fat diets and joining her in regular exercise. Jaclyn often shares videos of their workouts on social media, where the couple exchanges sweet kisses between sets, showcasing their joyful and connected relationship. One of the most memorable highlights of their marriage was their 25th wedding anniversary celebration in 2022. Brad surprised Jaclyn with a luxurious trip to Paris, the city of love. There, they toasted at the legendary Hemingway bar, enjoying cocktails and mocktails in a romantic setting. The pinnacle of the trip, however, was a visit to Borgo San Felice, a medieval village near Siena, Italy, where Brad arranged an extravagant dinner amid breathtaking scenery. The meal featured truffle dishes, a prized delicacy of Tuscany, meticulously prepared to create an unforgettable experience. Jaclyn shared that Brad's thoughtful gestures not only surprised her, but also made her feel the profound love and care he has for her. Today, Jaclyn and Brad live happily in their California estate, enjoying peaceful days with their family and grandchildren. Despite the hardships she has endured, Jaclyn affirms that her love for Brad is the perfect compensation for the pain of the past. To her, Brad is not just a husband, but a soulmate sent from heaven. With Brad Allen, Jaclyn Smith has found her final harbor, a relationship that brings her not only happiness, but also strength, enabling her to continue shining as a symbol of resilience and timeless beauty. Life has never ceased to test Jaclyn Smith. In the early 2000s, while she was living in happiness, enjoying her family and a thriving career, an unexpected challenge arose. During a routine health checkup, she received devastating news. A small lump had been detected in her breast. The diagnosis of early-stage breast cancer came as a shock to the actress, who had always prided herself on leading a healthy lifestyle. "Had no symptoms, and I never thought this could happen to me," she shared in an interview. Despite the surprise, Jaclyn quickly chose to face the challenge head-on. Doctors recommended a lumpectomy combined with radiation therapy to completely remove the cancer cells. The treatment process was grueling, both physically and mentally. Hearing the word cancer is terrifying enough, but getting through each day of radiation was an even greater challenge, Jaclyn recounted. However, she refused to let fear consume her, focusing instead on recovery and maintaining her strength. Throughout this battle, Jaclyn realized that her greatest source of strength didn't come from the treatments themselves, but from the love and support of those around her. Her husband, Brad Allen, was her unwavering pillar of support. He not only helped with her treatment, but also provided the emotional motivation she needed to get through the toughest moments. "He was always there for me, never letting me feel alone for even a second," Jaclyn said. Alongside Brad, her 2 children, Gaston and Spencer, were significant sources of encouragement. She also spoke fondly of her close circle of girlfriends who consistently supported her by accompanying her to radiation sessions, listening to her concerns, and offering heartfelt encouragement. "They didn't have to do it, but they chose to be there for me. Their support was the strongest medicine," Jaclyn shared. Beating cancer in 2002 marked a profound turning point in Jaclyn's life for her. Milestones like birthdays and anniversaries became symbols of victory and gratitude. "I've learned to cherish every moment with my loved ones. Life has become infinitely more precious," she said. Jaclyn didn't stop at healing. She turned her journey into an inspiring story for the community. She became involved in numerous breast cancer awareness campaigns, sharing her personal experience to encourage other women. "I want people to understand that cancer is not the end. If you catch it early and have the support of loved ones, you can overcome it," she said during one meaningful campaign. In the documentary 1 a Minute, She spoke about her ordeal with cancer and the strength and resolve she displayed throughout. Even in the worst of times, there is hope, and her tale touched millions. Optimism and thankfulness have guided Jaclyn's life for almost 20 years after she beat cancer. She emphasized that cancer taught her that life is precious and that she should make the most of every moment. The key to beating the disease, she says, is early detection, so it's crucial to get exams often. In addition to demonstrating the transformative power of faith and love, Jaclyn Smith's tale serves as a poignant reminder to value our own well-being and that of others we care about. No matter how dark things become, there is always a way out. Jaclyn Smith, who is 78 years old, never ceases to amaze onlookers with her glowing beauty, positive outlook on life, and uplifting lifestyle choices. Her youthful charm and elegance have been untarnished by the hardships she has endured, including troubled marriages and a fierce fight with breast cancer. Her secret is a well-rounded approach that includes taking care of one's health, mind, and spirit, as well as using modern beauty techniques. One of Jaclyn's secrets to keeping young and energized is maintaining strong social relationships. She treasures quiet dinners with her kids, Gaston and Spencer, and keeps in touch with friends and family from many walks of life, including those she worked with in her youth. According to Jaclyn, the good energy that keeps life feeling new comes from meaningful talks and thoughtful gestures from loved ones. Despite living in the digital world, Jaclyn uses social media to stay in touch with her admirers and turns their interactions into daily motivation. Jaclyn is well known for her all-natural style and has infamously declined popular Hollywood intrusive procedures like Botox or fillers. She chooses fat grafting instead, a cosmetic surgery that contours and smooths her skin using her own fat. "If I do anything to enhance my appearance, it's with my own fat," she says. This choice has helped Jaclyn maintain a soft, natural beauty, making her a symbol of confidence and individuality. The procedure allows her to combat signs of aging without relying on artificial enhancements. Beyond cosmetic treatments, Jaclyn follows a strict and scientific skincare routine. Each day, she uses retinol, a powerful anti-aging product that reduces wrinkles and improves skin elasticity. After steaming her face, she immediately applies moisturizer to lock in essential hydration. She also incorporates natural oil therapy every 4 days, which deeply cleanses and nourishes her skin. These habits have helped her maintain a radiant and youthful complexion, even as she gracefully embraces her age. Jaclyn also pays close attention to her diet. She prioritizes organic foods and avoids preservatives. A staple in her daily routine is a green smoothie made from cucumber, apple, celery, kale, and ginger, a natural source of vitamins and minerals that keep her healthy and her skin glowing. However, she doesn't deprive herself of her favorite foods. You don't have to give everything up. Balance and moderation are key, she asserts. To stay fit, Jaclyn follows a consistent exercise routine. She practices yoga for flexibility and combines it with light weightlifting to maintain muscle tone. One way she makes exercise enjoyable is by doing fun workouts with her husband, Brad Allen. Together, they engage in simple exercises at home, strengthening both their bodies and their bond. "We laugh while we work out. It's a great way to stay motivated," Jaclyn has shared. What truly sets Jaclyn apart is her optimistic spirit, the golden secret to her youthful energy inside and out. She begins each day with positive thoughts and chooses to view life through an optimistic lens. "A happy soul reflects on your face," she says. For Jaclyn, each new day is an opportunity to love herself and savor the beauty around her. The challenges she has faced have taught her to treasure every moment, a mindset that not only keeps her glowing, but also enriches her soul. Jaclyn Smith is a living testament that age is just a number when you know how to care for yourself from the inside out. Her timeless beauty secrets are not only about her skincare habits, but also her life philosophy. Love yourself, cherish each day, and always maintain a positive outlook. What do you think about Jaclyn Smith's approach to beauty and wellness? Is there a method she uses that you'd like to try? Share your thoughts. And let's discuss this inspiring journey to timeless beauty. Jaclyn Smith is not only a symbol of timeless beauty, but also a testament to the power of perseverance and determination. From her tumultuous marriages and her battle with breast cancer to her unwavering youthful spirit, she has shown that resilience and love can overcome any adversity. How has Jaclyn Smith's story inspired you? Share your thoughts and stay with us as we continue to explore more meaningful and inspiring stories.